Today I'm going to spend a little bit of time in my glue book and I will share the pages that I have completed so far and just relax and enjoy creating. So take out your glue book and your glue and let's hang out and create some fun pages. Hi, I'm Christine, the artist behind our list of designs, and I'm happy you're here. Welcome. Hi everyone. So my plan today was to create a new stamp and show you how I carve my stamps, but I've recently reorganized my art room and I can't find my carving tools anywhere. So I'm going to take the weekend to finish up what I started. And today I decided, since I can't do the project that I planned, I'm going to work in my glue book and I'm going to take the page out of Nicole's book at Relax Cut Glue because you know I've been obsessed with her channel lately. And I'm going to work in my book like Nicole works in her books and see how I like that. I usually have an idea for a page, or I'll start a page and kind of let it happen on its own. But I start it and I complete it, or at least for the most part. Sometimes I want to go back and add words and I'll walk away and come back when I find just the right thing to add. But today I'm going to go through my book and see what I can add. And I'm just cutting these little scraps up because I want to add them as a background. I want to do a fun kind of, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to cover one page and I'm going to flip through and I'll go ahead and show you. I won't wait to do a flip through because I'm going to start flipping back and forth and adding things as I find them. So I got a few of these. I'm going to start gluing these in. Also, I've been using this, which, you know, it's good, but like I've mentioned in a few of my videos, I've had a hard time with glue sticks and they peel up later, which I don't mind so much in my books because I can always glue it back down if it comes up. But I ordered these because Nicole says that she loves these. So I will put the link in the description. I think these are really good, but I don't know if it's my climate down here in South Florida. But all my pages just eventually, maybe I'm not using enough glue, but I'm going to try this one because she loves it. But I do also now glue either using the Aleene's Tacky glue or my glitter glue to go around the edges of things that just the edge, and I'll use the glue stick in the middle because this is expensive and this is really easy to just put on. So that's my process right now. So I don't have to go back and revisit that. Now you know. I might leave this torn. I'm going to put this on the side. But I've got all these fun little background sheets. I might want to cut this in half. I think this is straight, but this has a little tear in it. Okay. So I have a stack of fun colors here. And I'm going to cover a page now. And then we'll flip through and see what else I can find. Skylar, last night I was cutting things out of magazines and I had a stack to put away in my bins. So she helped me put them in my bins and she did a pretty good job. She found the right ones. I have people, I have home items, I have words. I have a different container for my alphabet. So everything's organized and we'll see how that goes. I don't know if that's the best system for me. I will let you know. I just ordered these blades. Man, I ordered some that were not, oh, let me cut some of this, that were not I believe this is a Fiskars. Yeah, they weren't the Fiskars blades and they didn't fit. So I realized that some of them have the edges. There's a deeper area for it to fit in. So I didn't return them because I do need a new, this one I've had forever and it's great, but I'd like to put this one in the camper and get the wider one because I do need a lot of help with measurements and math. So I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to order one that uses those blades, because these blades get dull really fast and they are not cheap. So I haven't found the off-brand of these in this type, but I didn't really look that hard either. So, and I have a little of this. This looks fun. Okay, now I have a bunch. There's that one. Oh, there's another one like that. Okay, so I'm going to put these up here and start gluing them down on this page. This is just a promotional book I got from somewhere, and I just put a sticker on the outside because I haven't done the cover yet. And that way I know I don't have to open the book to find out which book it is, because they're all the same. So I'm going to start in the back. I like to work front and work in the front and then flip to the back, because if you work from the front to the back, or back to front, whatever, if you work from one side to another, it'll cause the book to be uneven and roll. So I'm going to use my Aleene's today, and I just go around the edge a little bit just to make sure it's not going to come up, because I'll flip through a book with a page that's coming up over and over and over again and say every time, oh, I need to glue this back down. And before I get a chance to actually do it, it's already ripped and ruined. And I like to try and make sure it's going to stay down all the way from the very beginning. So this is good. I'm going to trim a little off. So you see my trimmer. I'm just going to keep it off to the side here. And I'm going to trim off a little less than what I need, because I can go back and... I did it too much. All right, I'm going to glue it to the edge and then come back and do a little strip there to cover. Oh, it's actually a little bit crooked, I think, anyway. So I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to fix it as I go. And I'm going to try now to get this lined up with this edge and this edge. But I'll go over a little bit, because I'd rather go back and trim it. Yeah, and this one's cut a little bit crooked too, but like I said, I'll go back, and I have those little strips from, I won't do that one, but I could do this and cover that up. Maybe. Oh, dropping things. That happens a lot when I'm not feeling well, which I'm really not feeling well today. I know I've said that in a few past videos, but I just, for the last few weeks, have not. But I'm trying to get back into a healthy routine. It's just been so busy lately with the painting of the closing of the painted tree. So after trying to figure out where I'm going to put everything, which I think I came up with a really good plan. And when I'm done with my organizing and get my room all finished, I will show you what I ended up doing with all my painted tree stuff. I think I came up with a pretty cool idea. I just put everything, set it up like a storefront near my office area, because I decided I'm done with the retail space. It was nice while it lasted, but I think I'd rather just put everything on my website. So I put everything out near my desk and organized it, so that way if I do sell something, which I really hope I do. I don't have a lot of stuff up yet. I'm working on it. Then it's all right there. It's protected. Nothing's going to happen to it getting moved around. It's displayed just as if it were in a store. And all my packaging is in little bins underneath each item. So I can literally just pick it up and pack it, which is good. I need it to be easy, while also keeping it out of reach of children and pets. This is going to be cute. I just wanted to use up some of my scraps, and I've done a few little summary pages, so bright fun colors. So I thought this would be a good way to do it. And I had them all laying together, and I was like, wow, those look cute together. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I may or may not put some washi tape in there. We shall see. Now, do I want to leave this? I don't know. Do I want to leave it ripped? I don't think so. I think I'm going to straighten this out. Oh, that's perfect right there. I'm going to straighten this out. And I'm also... Oops. See, this thing, this is why I need a new... I don't think it's just the blade. I think it's also the groove that the blade glides in here. It's gotten off-centered a couple of times, and maybe I pushed too hard. I don't know, but it gets stuck. But to be fair to Fiskars, this thing is about, God, these little small ones are just so hard to get in here and stay. This thing is about probably, I think I got this when these first came out, like decades ago. So, I mean, it's had a really good life. And like I said, it's perfect for putting in the camper and leaving it. Although Bob did get me a small one to go in the camper. But it's just a slide thing. It doesn't have the area that you can measure. It's not flat, so you have to do it on a flat surface, which is fine. It works better, that one, for just the magazine pages. I'm going to put this up a little higher. I don't want to do that. Changed my mind. Yeah, I really wanted to show you how I do the how I carve my own stamps. It's such a fun process. I could almost just, I probably do have some that I've carved and then not used. So I will do that. Hopefully I can find them this weekend, and the carving tools. I have no idea what I did with them. But hopefully I'll find them, and then I can do them next Thursday. Because I have some, I have to make some new handmade gift cards. And I like to use my own stamps in them. Hopefully that's straight. If not, it's too late. Oh, look at that. That works perfect right there. And then I'll just cut it off. Let's see. I'm gonna do that right there. And then I'm just gonna glue to that point. Ooh, I hear the mail truck. Who gets super excited every time the mail truck shows up? I ordered some magazines, and I had a credit for something on discountmagazines.com. And, you know, I don't want to start buying a bunch of magazines because you get so many free magazines. If you look for it, they're everywhere, thrift shops and whatever. So I don't really want to buy magazines because there's more than enough out there, free stuff. And chances are I'm going to end up getting the magazines for free at a later date that I'm interested in anyway. So, but I had the credit and I got, you have to pay the shipping and tax or whatever, but I decided they're free and it's only a few dollars, so I did pick a few. I'm excited, but it's so crazy because I ordered them like a month ago and it says start date like 2 months from now. I guess they have to have time to put you in the system and, account for your order. I guess that's how it works. I don't know. Perfect. Let's see. Do I want to? Yes, I do want to straighten this out. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I definitely think that looks better. This is cool. I haven't done this in a long time. I mean, I did this on my masterboard with scrapbook paper, which is one of the things I was thinking about when I created it, that I wanted to do something. All right, now I have a problem. Oh no. Well, yes, I kind of have a problem here. I need more. Oh no, I don't. Well, I kind of do. Oh, so I need to add a little piece there. Let's just do that. Where was it? Oh, here it is. It's not easy to not be able to see anymore. Using the camera and using the camera with the lights and trying to see while you're working on a project is not so easy sometimes. I really want to get one more piece of this. All right, I have this stuff in here, but I don't think I have any of that left. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Awesome. So, oh, okay, well then that needs to go there. And I'll just cut this off here. Oops. And put that there. But now I have it too close. Or is it? I don't think so. I think we're going to do it. And, oh my gosh, this is so funny. So I was watching Relax Cut Glue, and Nicole was using this giant glue stick. Like, it's giant. It's a poster. It's for posters. And she said her Bob got it for her, or she got it, I guess she got it as a joke, or I don't remember. Anyway, and in, oh, that's what she said. She got it as a joke. And I showed my Bob, and he ordered them. So they should be here today. I was hoping that they would be here so you could see them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how large they are. That should be fun. Yeah, I like mixing different glues when I'm working on projects because I really hate it when things come apart. Okay, so I only use 2 pieces of that. I like to use 3, but we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to cut these. And I had a friend come over and she was looking at my glue book and she said, how do you get the pages so even? Well, one, they're not really that even, but I don't mind that. But this is how. Oh, I'm being very obsessive over this tiny little notch here. This is how. So I just overlap the page a little bit and then go back and trim it off. This lighting situation, that's another thing you have to learn. It's funny though, I had no idea how to even turn on the camera and film something for YouTube and put it all together with the editing. And I mean, I have a little bit of knowledge with programs, and I used to do, if you remember Cafe Mom back in the day, it was kind of like I don't even know, is Cafe Mom still around? So it was mostly like a Facebook for moms. I got to know a lot of people on there who I still talk to today. And there was this one group. You could join groups of things that you were interested in. And I joined a photography and an editing group. And I forget, I think it was it was like editing challenges. And so you would they'd give you, I believe it was like 5 images, and you had to use, I think, at least 3 images in your edit and create a new, combine them and create your own piece using what they gave you. I loved that so much, and I definitely am going to start that here soon, where people can, play around and create. Okay, I love this. Now, one of the things I wanted to use, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to do it on here because I don't really want it in the crease. I want to fold this over. It is so cute. Look at this. The little Volkswagen with, it had something else on top. Oh, this was a juicy perfume. Where was that? Yeah, it had perfume on the top, and I didn't want the perfume, but look how cute that is. So I really want, oh, here it is. This is what it came from. And I'm going to use these. I'll slice this off or glue something over it. That's actually kind of cute. I don't know. We'll see. I'll leave that out. Let me move my scrapbook paper over there, and then we'll put my options up there. Let's see. Oh, crafting supplies. That might be fun to find some little crafting supplies. We'll see. Put that option there so I don't forget. Oh, I cut these cute little slippers out. That's fun. Food. Let's see. Some of these I just cut a whole bunch of stuff and put them in my box here, and then I left it near the coffee table, under the coffee table, and Bob, I don't know why he does this. Instead, my coffee table's glass, and we have coasters on the table, but he likes to put it on the edge where the metal and the glass corner come together, and so then it drips. Like he uses a lot of ice, and as it melts, it, the condensation drips from the corner, and it dripped into one of these boxes. And oh my gosh, I was so devastated because I spent hours and hours and hours cutting, and look, so you could see the discoloration from ink where it was touching something else. And I'll probably throw this away, but let me go grab a few more options here. Okay, so Thursday turned into Saturday. We have a lot going on here, and I had to stop my video on Thursday, and I'm just now getting a chance to get back to it and finish. But it's good because, one, I mentioned this glue stick. Look how huge this glue stick is. Bob ordered the 6-pack, so I think I'm going to have plenty of glue sticks. Now, I don't think it's going to be very useful for tiny things like this, but those big backgrounds, it's going to be really useful for not using up my tiny little glue sticks. So anyway, there's that. And yesterday he got his new work car, and of course he had to go break it in and see how it drives. So we went down by the beach, and I was thinking, because I had a wrap, a tropical wrap, and I had a spicy savvy bee. If you've never had a spicy savvy bee, you should definitely try it. If you like jalapeno and Sauvignon Blanc. You should definitely try it. I just had one because it's enough. um, and I was thinking about layering these in here and then maybe put the name of the restaurant that we like to hang out at on the beach. We sit at a little bar area on the, not the bar, but on the other side of the restaurant there's a little area where you can sit and look directly at the ocean. We, for the first time, sat around the bar at a table and it was really nice. We had a good time. And then we took a ride. When Bob says take a ride down the beach, buckle up because it's probably going to be a 3 hour tour, which it was. So I don't think I'm going to put that. I really want to put this one in, but I love these colors. I don't want to cut too much off of it. Let's see. And I don't want to lose that. So I don't know. Maybe I should cut this off a little bit. That looks cool. I just don't know where I'm going to put my letters. But that looks very summery and fun. I think I like that. All right, but I need something else, but maybe I won't after I get the letters in. I could do lucky fish, or I could do lucky fish and then add something up here. I think I like this layout. The only thing is it's so busy that I think I'm gonna maybe do a little bit of an outline on some of it, but that'll be cool. Okay, so let me start gluing. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this stuff down. And of course that may force me to make some decisions later and limit my options, but I could sit here and stare at it all day. All right, now I know I'm going to cover up a lot of what I already put down here, but that's okay. So when you use the glue, the reason I love the glitter glue, and it does it a little bit too, you see some of where the glue is, but I don't notice it as much when it dries, so you might not want to use the same process that I use, but like I've said many times, I don't have good luck with just the glue stick alone. So I would rather have a little bit of those lines in there from the glue than have to constantly be re-gluing my stuff that comes up. Well, we'll see how this scotch... Oh no, I ripped it a little bit. We'll see how this scotch glue works. Apparently it's pretty good. We'll find out. So yeah, my tropical, it's always such a treat because I try and stay vegan when I'm home. I don't buy things that are not vegan. But when I go out, I will have a little bit of, not much dairy because I cannot have dairy. Okay, I got that really crooked. Oh no. All right, well, guess what? It's going to stay where it is now. I wanted to put it more over here, and that's okay. Yeah, so when I go out, I think I'm 8 years into being vegan, and I loved meat. I really loved cheese and fish. I had just really started eating fish, but I needed to level up in my health to try and feel better. I just have constantly tried to figure out what makes me feel bad. So I started experimenting by cutting things out for a little while. Oh, is that too low? No, that's good. Cutting certain things out for a while and then slowly adding them back in to see how they made me feel. And I always knew I was really sensitive to dairy because it always made me feel really bad. But I didn't realize how bad until I did that little experiment. So I was like, you know, what's better? Enjoying cheese and feeling horrible all the time, or cut it out? And I decided to cut it out. And the longer I went, the better I felt. And then I still, you know, had flare ups and didn't feel well from time to time. So I started looking for the next thing, and I thought, all right, well, let me try and cut meat out. And I have to tell you, that is the thing that, and I was already eating grass fed and, you know, doing as healthy as I could. Okay, so here's my experiment, and I might ruin the entire thing. I'm going to take a little bit of this acrylic ink, and I just dropped a little drop in here and added some water. And I'm just going to lightly go in and go around these things that kind of blend into the background a little bit. And just do a nice little outline of blue. I don't know if I should go over the magazine page. See, just like a little bit of, I'm going to go right up on the edge and just like a little shadow. I didn't want to outline it with a pen because I don't really want a real outline. I just wanted something to kind of, almost like a backdrop, like a little, or a shadow drop. All right, I'll try it over here a little bit and see how it goes with the magazine. Yeah, the magazine doesn't even want to absorb the ink. But I don't really need it on the magazine, so I'll just do that. Okay, you can see that a little bit better. I go around the edge a second time, but really close, so it gives it a little bit more of an outline. That's better. I don't think I really need to do that here. You can see that pretty well. And I might do this with the letters when I add the letters. So, wow, a little goes up. That was literally one drop and a few little sprays of water. And that's what I got. I think I should do a little bit more on this side. A little bit neater. This makes me want to do a whole page with some drawing and watercolor painting. Okay, wish I had some mango on there because the mango salsa was delicious. Okay, I'm gonna go get my letter box out and put the name of the restaurant here. Okay, so I just went ahead and glued the letters on because that's boring to watch. And the only thing that I did, the H was really hard to see, so I just glued something else underneath it. I don't know if I'll do that again. Maybe in a different color, maybe gray, so it really looks like a shadow. But that's it. Unless I come back and decide to add something else, but I think that represents our day. And like I said, I'll show you how I took this, just a regular journal book. It's just got regular line paper in it, and I took some of the pages out, and this is one of my favorite people on YouTube that I follow, 1000. That's him and his wife, and I get stickers. I'm a part of the T-shirt of the month club on Patreon. You should check out 1000.com or 1000 on YouTube. It's a really great channel. There is, I believe this was the second one that I did in this book. This is a collaboration. Skylar helped me with this one, told me what to cut out and where to put it. So we might go back and put some letters and maybe outline the butterflies so you can see them better. But that's what she wanted, so it's there, and I have to have her write her name in here. And then this was just, I wanted to use some washi tape, and I used a really cool house from a magazine and some really cool vintage papers, and added the clock and the candles from a magazine, which I got crooked and it drives me nuts. And then it was really plain, so I wanted to add something on top and just use the whole thing as a background. And I think this is kind of cool. He's looking at him, and it's just, I love this little lizard. I cut him out. I've got like 5 of him so far, so you'll see more of him. And oh, this is one of my favorite pages. This was one of the first ones in the book, and of course I would not eat that, but I still love cool pictures of food and stuff that you've seen as you grow up. Fritos. I used to like Fritos. I used to like the barbecue Fritos. So, and then of course I did this one a few days ago. I love this place called Tarpon River Brewery here, and this is kind of the vibe at that place. So, not the real photos, but just a representation. And this was just a fun, I had azaleas that I found in a magazine, and I thought that was cool. And then just had all these cool little images that I cut out of a magazine and put them all together, and I like it. It's plain. I might add something later, like a quote or phrase or something. I love this one. This one was a whole magazine, and then I found these on another page and decided to add them because they match the pillows over here. And then of course she came out of Elle magazine, and I thought this came out really cool because this is all one piece, so I had to cut a little slit there to slide her foot in, and it worked out perfect. And she actually looks like, and then this little rug, because there's some writing underneath here on over the sofa, so I just added that and put her on. And then I love this hanging lamp. I have one more of these hanging the light fixture, and then I just added one of those over here. I kind of wanted to cut out the scene outside the window, and then I forgot and glued it in. So, but it's cool. I like it. And then this one needs a little something, but isn't he so cute? And then I've just loved this lush photo of a yard. And then I just felt like he was chasing butterflies and running and playing and, you know, having zoomies in the yard. Let's see what else. Oh, I love this. Okay. The universe is inviting us to take risks. He just wants to play catch. I just thought that was cool. Uh-oh. Maybe not the best fetch partner. And these are handmade. These are just roll-off papers that I tore up, and I don't know, I took a roll-off paper and I added some stamps, and it's a beautiful page, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It may just stay like this just because I like it. Sometimes I put the backgrounds in and decide I don't want to do anything else, and that's cool. This needs a little something, but I haven't found the right thing yet. And of course I did this one a few days ago. And then this one today. And I don't know why I did this. Embossing folder I used for this, and then a little printout of some of Bob's label numbers. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one either, because it's already so raised, and I just liked it, so I stuck it in there. So I don't know, I might go back and do some numbers and just do some ink work on this one so I don't add more bulk. And then the last one is, I love drinking tea. I love hanging out and chatting and drinking tea. So, and I love this giant, this is in one of my other videos that I did with Skylar, a collage with a shark inside. That was fun. And so I'll probably go back and add a little something else to this one too. But that's this book so far. And finally, the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that process. And I hope you have a crafty, creative week. And I really appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with me. Thanks for watching.